you're gonna send us a revised whatever,
Nope. Well, for us to look at. Yeah.
but not this time.
We're gonna sign the scratch copy.
Okay,
Okay, you're on.
thank you. Well, folks, welcome to chaos. We're having a good time. It's your weekly selectmen's meeting. As usual, we start out with our esteemed town clerk.
I don't have much to report. We've been working with Trio a lot. Still continuing to work with Trio. We are having a little bit of issue with support. I did get some movement today, which was a lot better, but we're working with a couple issues, so it's just time consuming. I would like to request, it'll show up next Tuesday.
I'm sorry, say again?
Next Tuesday, I'm going to request to sign up for a couple classes that Trio offers. They're offered via Zoom in late February for payroll and check reconciliation.
Yep, I don't think there's any problem with that.
And as far as taxes, we do have some movement on the foreclosures, which is great. Taxes has increased almost like $3,000 from last week.
So how many of the ones that you sent foreclosure notices to have paid, do you know?
We're at 13 right now.
Down to 13?
Outstanding.
13 outstanding.
Okay.
We started with 15.
Okay.
With how many?
15?
15?
Yep. And they just went out shortly for February 1st. So
Good.
it's pretty good.
All right.
That's all I got.
Anything more exciting?
Nothing exciting.
Okay.
Sorry.
And we're gonna try and print a check or two tonight
I'd
after
like
the
to.
meeting.
Yep. Might as
Okay,
well.
good.
Trio did call to make sure that was done, and I said I'll let you know.
Yeah.
This is a test.
Yeah, yeah, because Trio couldn't fix it.
Trio couldn't fix it.
No, the checks are printing a check and then a blank page, and a check and a blank page.
Oh, okay, they're just making sure the ink doesn't run.
Well, that kind of screws up the check printing, though, 'cause then you get a check and then a blank check, and you're.
Oh, if you get a blank check with a number on it and everything, and, oh, good. You can stay if you'd like, or
I'm
you can.
staying. I'm just watching the door. Thank you.
Oh, okay,
She's trying to sneak out.
let me make sure we're, all right, we've approved the agenda for today. And we're signing the minutes for last week. And we're currently approving bills to be paid in actually this, today and for next week. They get approved one week and paid the next. No ads in the shopping guide. The CEO report. We have January's numbers here. Yearly total will be in the annual report, but for January, we really only had one building permit, and the code enforcement officer spent 55 hours in the office answering questions, doing paperwork, and keeping busy. York County Sheriff's report we mentioned last week for January. We get that once a month. That'll also be included in the our annual report. Animal control. We have a request for payment for a cat euthanasia. What do we,
No, we're not paying it. I'm talking with the animal control officer and figuring out exactly, but it will be billed to the owner of the cat.
okay.
You wait till you talk to Kristen? Jesse?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even mind calling the vet and telling them, but I guess they're gonna, yeah. We're not gonna get anywhere if we bill the homeowner for it, I'm sure, certain of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me,
Yeah.
I messaged Kristen, I'll wait to hear back.
Planning board, nothing. Appeals board, nothing. There was a meeting last week. Nothing. We had a, what was it? I forgot the words.
Not sure what
The
you're going
appeal. When we
An
appealed,
appeal, yeah, a variance.
a variance, an appeal for a variance was approved as per the agenda. Comprehensive committee. It says here, next meeting, February 28th. Secaucus Road,
I said I would check on that, and I apologize, I have not.
Is that the solar?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
solar, yeah.
We haven't heard nothing either on our end.
Robinson Mill. We're gonna be signing
Purchase and sales agreement.
the agreement of the purchase and sales agreement.
Yep.
It was initialed by our attorneys last week, but the attorney for the millworks would like our signatures on it, only because part of it authorizes
Their attorney.
their attorney to take over the Peter Collins Stanley Building litigation. So that will be something that's off the town's agenda. And obviously, we will not be incurring any more costs as the Millworks LLC pursues the legal action with Peter Collins.
I can quote you on that, right? We will not be having any more,
This is after all the attorneys get through
yeah, okay,
saying thank you and wonderful seeing you. Yes, that's,
okay. Okay,
we should not have any more pertaining to the.
should is a better word.
Who?
Should is a better
Well,
word than
should,
will.
would,
No.
could.
Yeah.
We have the Shakopee Rescue Run data.
Which
We talked about this last
Which
week.
I'd like to point out again, I've pointed this out once before, that they have an average response time for 11.2 minutes. I think in the winter weather, the rough roads, I think that's excellent. And also, we had 81 calls. This is not town-wide, 81 calls. We actually had 30. Parsons Field.
24.
We had 24. But total, the rescue had 81 calls, and they picked up 78 of them. Only 3 were mutual aid. I think that's worth noting that we've gone a long ways in the right direction.
My You're right, we have. Somehow, and I know it's a little misleading, this average response time, because this is the total average response time of 81 calls.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was just our
I
town
don't think
or,
it's Parsonsfield, I
Okay.
think it's,
that's, I
It's a
think that's
common
all of them.
report, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's for
Yep.
everybody.
now, if we could get our response time, maybe,
We'd
that
have-
might be something we could talk to them about,
Oh, yeah, to find out, yes.
because we're obviously a little farther away
Right.
than
Correct.
Porter.
Yeah.
I think their time out of the station though is gonna be the same regardless of where they're going, so they're probably getting
Oh, it's gonna be
wherever. as
travel
fast as
distances,
they
absolutely,
can.
absolutely. This numbers on a yearly basis, or as much as we have, will also be in our annual report. We have 10 items going into the annual report, some of which have been there, and some of which will be new. CEO, sheriff's report, fire department report, rescue, ACO, recycling, our library, and citizens initiatives, which are things like Jen Lewis starting up the pickleball and the coffees and the lunches, things like that. Great service to the town. Invitation to attend a meeting at the the Cornish Town office regarding charter communication contract. I don't think we, well, weekends is as of, I'm trying to think of last year, we had about 200 people participating in Spectrum Charter,
Oh, customers,
yeah,
Okay.
customers, so.
do we know when that is?
Well, I'm trying to find that now.
I see it in the package, I might have missed it, though. You know when the meeting in Cornish about Spectrum
They
is?
have not set a date. I asked
Oh,
them to provide what dates people are suggesting.
Okay,
That'd
Alright,
be
so-
easier that way.
One of us should probably attend that meeting just to make sure our 200 and so people aren't.
well, it's the other
Well, I know, but they're not,
1,600 that we want.
we tried to expand that,
I
I
understand.
know, with with our ARPA funds, and it became cost prohibitive. Hundreds of thousands of dollars to hook up people.
I would like
because of
to
the-
attend that meeting.
Hmm?
I would
Okay.
attend that meeting.
Well, you might have a group.
Fine. More the merrier.
Congressional direct spending, 2024. If you're planning to apply for congressionally directed spending, what? Well, we certainly weren't planning to apply. Maybe it'd help if we really found out what it was, what it entailed, and maybe we will apply. So we'll be looking into that. CDL training. Certainly something that is necessary around here, in this part of the country. Come up with a idea on how to hold training, adult education in other towns. across your county and hold classes via Zoom using one or two trainers. I think this is, well, this is something I plan to talk to our school commissioner, superintendent about, commissioner, superintendent, that it would be a good thing if we could participate in or start a adult education for CDL training. So this falls in with my idea and we'll pursue it. If we can get more drivers there, it will certainly help us in everything. Everything. We have a road commissioner. Estimate, storm damage. Now, have we turned this in, Deb?
Oh, excuse me?
Huh?
What?
The storm damage on the,
I sent it to Matt for him to send.
okay,
Don't know yet. They were waiting for our amount.
okay. We came up with $226,000. A lot of work on the roads, gravel, culverts, cleanup. So we'll see if we can get all or part of that reimbursed. Updates, Jess, you got anything?
No, not particularly that. Yeah, did that come through from the email?
No.
The purchase and sale agreement?
No.
I'm sending it right now.
No, okay.
We need to
Sorry.
sign that during the
Sorry,
meeting,
I-
correct?
Yeah,
No,
can we-
we're gonna sign this.
Okay,
Yeah,
Do
but
you have-
we're gonna consider that.
okay.
Okay, it's coming through.
That has what we need on it anyways, about the
Yeah.
litigation, that's what they need, so
Yep.
that should suffice.
So it's a terms list that you're going to be signing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put the other on for next week.
Yes,
Well, we wanna look at what
Right.
Scott just sent you
right. Or is that?
today. And actually, Debbie, let's see here, where is it? Well, I had an email that had, the other gentleman's email address on it.
Really? Oh, would that be the one that's gonna be taking over the?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw it, but.
It would be one that you had gotten. I think
Okay.
it's one you forwarded, but.
Scott,
Yeah.
oh, okay, one attachment. Getting-
Uh, Just some workshop items, let people know what's, Spirit of America Award. We think April 1st would be a good time to, the last submission. We have 3 or 4 people
Right here.
under consideration. The opera request, we have 3 things on the list right now: cemetery gates, old townhouse, and road repairs. April 1st is a good time for this too. Get them in. As you know, the procedure will be, we'll get all these accumulated, talk to our legal folks to see which they feel would be qualified for the opera funds. And then the ones that we feel, they feel are qualified, we'll try and prioritize them with their importance and the amount of money we have left to spend, so. I know David has some information maybe on generator.
I've got a couple of things. First of all, I got the contract from Porter Office Machines, which is the company we bought our new printer from. that needs to be signed. If you're okay with that, I will sign it. It's the 8 cents a copy for color copies and 1.2 cents for black and whites, and that's all we pay them for the maintenance. So if you're okay with that, I'll sign that. I was here yesterday and popped my head. Well, I spent more than popping my head in, but spent some time with the coffee group, and I encourage both of you guys, if you have some time on a Monday between 10 and 11:30, come by, and I mean it's just good to see people
Enlightening.
getting out. Yeah, I mean there were probably 30 people there yesterday, and a lot of them are bringing food. If they aren't bringing food, then there's plenty of food to go around. They're always nice, and they bring a plate into the selectman and clerk's office. And it's just nice conversation. And, you meet some people, and I think it's good that the selectmen have some, or are visible to people. That's the reason that I'm going.
And it's great for them, for their mental health and everything, to get out of their houses, talk to people.
Yeah.
Just relate
Yeah.
to people. I'm sure a lot of these people aren't on their cell phones 24 hours a day, and they're maybe a little older, so
Well,
they
this gets them off from this cell.
like to talk to people.
They were actually howling in there yesterday.
Howling?
Yeah.
The wind was that bad?
Peter Haggerty brought his banjo, and he was playing, and he had a song that had a yodel in it.
Oh,
And he
geez.
tried to yodel, and it sounded apparently like a howl. And then 8 or 10 people started howling. And I went into Danielle's office afterward, and she said, "Were they howling in there?"
Very distinct howl.
Sure enough. So anyway, it's a fun group.
What was in
You're
the
having
coffee?
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to David, he probably put some cinnamon in it or something.
And they had cornhole set up. They had a ping pong table that was set up. They had a couple of people playing cribbage, and a lot of people just talking and having coffee. So,
That's great.
the generator, tomorrow the people are coming to hook up the gas line. It needs to be hooked up at both ends. The underground connection is there, but it needs to be hooked up to the tank and the generator. And then Friday we will get the electrical hookup, and that's when Onika shut power off, and that's why we decided to do that on a Friday when we're not open. But I'll all be here. And then, are we gonna talk about the mill new terms?
He's
Oh,
asking Laura to send it to here, because
oh, it's not going through?
No.
Okay.
the
It's
attachments,
coming through, Mark's gonna, whenever I send mine, they have a block on whatever I send back out.
Okay,
From a lawyer, they got their tricks.
okay,
But Laura said that we could send it direct.
yeah,
They really don't like doing that, that's because lawyer to lawyer, they got this game. But she says, no, send it right directly to the deck. So, but when I did it, all that comes up is with some image.
logo.
yeah.
Logo.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they're sending it directly.
All right.
Well,
So if it isn't here in a few moments, then we'll have to review it
Yeah.
next
yeah,
week.
yeah, we'll hang on for a few minutes. She was gonna do that right away,
Yes.
hopefully? Oh,
Yeah.
good, thank you. I gotta find, or did you get that other, is it Bob, his email?
Oh, it's plant, something plant.
Plant.
Ben, okay,
Yeah.
so it's B plant, and I think there's an E on the end of it.
Yes,
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
The same,
he's taking over the litigation.
yeah. dwmlaw.com. I'll be darned if I can find where I saw that. Oh, well.
And there's another deal that just came through. Laura can't send it.
All right, in the interest of, why don't we just go over it next week? It's not
come
gonna,
from Mark.
Well, I don't want to delay it.
well, we already signed it.
Yes, but this is going to be a formal copy, and if we have any issues, I'd really like to get them out on the table. I doubt that we will, but
It's just,
You
it's
don't
gotta be
wanna-
what we agreed to. I mean,
You
it's
don't want
supposed to be what we
It's
the
agreed.
attorney
supposed to
to
be.
review it first?
I don't know if she just typed up, she may have just basically typed up what she had written down.
You're
That
right.
would be ideal.
I
Right,
mean, if she
it's a
wants us to
purchase and
approve it
sale, you're
right
gonna
off the
spend
bat,
time.
then she would, but
Yeah, it's my understanding it was just a meter.
just
There's
a,
no changes, she said.
Well.
So it's coming through here.
I don't mind giving it a few minutes, only
Yeah.
4:30.
Thanks, guys.
Maybe some dead time here, folks, sorry. We're still here, though.
Yeah, it's the written one.
That's what?
It's the, oh, no, sorry.
So the cat euthanasia, the woman was not supposed to pick up her cat until she pays the town.
Pay the town.
Pays the town. Now, don't ask me exactly why. I cannot recall. This is on me. How we got roped into it. I can't recall the discussion, and Kristen said she can't either. But somehow the town's name got put on it. Now, I agreed to absolutely no cremation. I know that 100%. Why we got a bill for it, I have no idea. I did say that I would pay for the euthanasia out of my pocket if it was not. I honestly can't remember the conversation. But I said I do remember saying I would pay for it out of my pocket if it was not town protocol to put down
Yeah.
a
No,
cat.
don't need to worry about that. We appreciate the offer. but
Yeah.
We need to get back to the owner.
Okay, this is,
Correct.
Yeah.
5 pages, 6, 7, 7 pages. So it's not,
That's a little more than
right, so I think we
transcribing
better
our scratches.
take some time and review it,
I just like to at least
Yeah.
skim it.
copy
Before
and
we go
read
home.
now. I thought it was just gonna be what was written on the,
Well, it seemed reasonable.
Maybe that's just all that Laura was looking for.
What we sent,
Yeah, I mean, what was, she wrote up, handwritten up.
Well, that's all she's gonna get today.
She just texted me, she can call you if you want. All we're asking them to do is to authorize the signing that David did last time. David Laurie did
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
which is this.
Yeah.
Say,
we
ask her,
actually signed.
say time term sheet is what it's called.
Yeah.
Okay.
So have you forwarded that to them?
This is just David and her signatures on it.
Oh.
where's the one we did?
Jesse, did you sign
Oh,
that
yeah, I
spreadsheet?
signed it.
Yeah, you wanna
Yeah,
get
that's
that?
what she said she's looking for.
Yeah.
All we're asking them to do is to authorize the signing that David did last time.
So, yeah,
Right here.
Debbie, if you would get that up to her and
Yep.
Scott, if you don't mind checking and making sure she gets that. And also then to Ben at the same time, Ben Plant.
Great, thanks, guys. Laura says perfect.
He's home from Vermont.
No, that was David. That's so confusing. I hate the way emails print out. They're backwards.
I know.
All these Jessies, Marks, Davids,
And Debbie's.
and Lori's, and
Yeah.
don't get me confused with Scott Snow.
Give us a few more minutes, folks. I don't, maybe it doesn't make any sense, Dave. We're gonna look at it anyways.
She's got it all printed out, I think.
Or-
I'm sorry.
7.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
Yeah. This is not what we were looking for. It's a whole nother book.
Yeah, that's, yeah. So you
Well,
don't want to do anything with it tonight.
Did you give me one?
Huh? Did I do you one? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I left out.
Okay, this $1 a page?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, well, we're not gonna go any further with this tonight then. I mean,
So this is similar to what we had already.
all right, so we do have a full-blown purchase and sales agreement, folks. What we'll do this week is verify the 10 items we agreed to make sure that they're in this purchase and sales agreement and that nothing else has been added.
Can I have a copy of that, Deb?
What?
No, the handwritten thing.
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
yeah, and
So-
I can get that one
Yes,
back or
yes.
a copy.
With
I
that,
have
folks,
3 copies here, Jim.
this is progressing. However, tediously and slowly, but we're getting there.
Oh, Ed, you are the eternal optimist. I appreciate that. We need that.
I'm not gonna give up.
Clearly.
That's a lot, guys. All right, folks, that's it. Thank you very much for your patience and understanding, and hopefully we'll have more news for you next week.